2 for 1. This is amazing. No captured. You have advantage.
Hey, what's up guys? Today I'd like to make a video talking about how I fell out of love with Destiny 2, and it kind of breaks my heart to make this video because I've spent so much time playing Destiny 2, but something switched, and that switch came up between the moment when they nerfed 120's hand cannon, 120 round per minute hand cannon, and the moment when Joe Blackburn made his tweet. So it just made me realize a few things. So when I'm talking about the problem with the 120 nerf, it's not that I was using 120s. Actually, I hated 120s when they were at the top because I think they were way too easy to use, right? You could shoot someone on the belly button and you would get a headshot. You could shoot someone 30 centimeters from their head and you will still get a headshot, and they were hitting from way too far for way too much. I think the nerf was too hard, but it's always like that with Bungie. The nerf was too hard. The damage dropped significantly. I think a damage reduction to 85 would have been more than enough, 85 or 80 something. And now they're very hard to use, but a lot harder than every other weapon. That's the problem. Sometimes you also get ghost bullets, so you would hit someone, you would see your cursor on them and you would get no hit registration. So it's just like annoying, because with that came also a nerf to shotguns, and of course we knew it was really annoying to be surrounded by people using shotguns, right? It was fun for no one. When you had like 3 people or 6 people rushing at you with shotties, there was not much of a counterplay rather than also using a shotgun. The problem with that came that sludge shotgun rose, and when I mean sludge shotgun, I mean chaperone. That's the number one problem. Or duality, I don't think it's that much of a problem because it doesn't have as much range. The problem with chaperone is that the aim assist is very, very generous, and on top of being generous, once you have Roadbone on, it's just a no-go. And with the design of the map, and with knowing that we're not gonna have a new map within the next 2 years, because that's that's the tweet of Joe Blackburn, but I'll go back to that. So the shotgun and the close range special weapon problem is going to be still around. It's still going to be around. People were hoping for more diversity in primary gunfight. At the end of the day, it comes down to special weapons. So yeah, this is and also the problem. What I like to do in Destiny 2 is playing PvE to get guns, to then play in PvP with them. Because in PvE, you don't need a god roll anything. Like, you don't need something to help you headshot dregs or headshot champion, right? Any gun, any average gun can do the work. A god roll, a PvE god roll weapon will make the Grandmaster or the raid a little easier, but it's not going to be the end-all be-all. Like, any gun can do the trick. However, in PvP, the difference between a garbage god roll and a top tier, a garbage roll and the god roll is enormous, is substantial. So grinding for gun only makes sense, in my opinion, when it comes to PvP. The problem is that the best weapon in the game right now in PvP are 2 to 7 year old weapons. If we are looking at Trials Report, we see the most used guns. We have Ace of Spade. Ace of Spade is a gun from Forsaken. It's a 2-year-old gun. Thorn, it's a gun from Forsaken. Chaperone is a gun from Destiny 1. One of the best gun in the game is a gun that's been good for 7 years. And we can also, what do we see else? We see Messenger, we see a couple weapon, but Messenger is just a Redrix's broadsword weapon that came out like 3 years ago, I think. And that whole thing with sunsetting, it's like, okay, now 140s are running the show. Guess what? Before sunsetting, we had very good 140s. We had Ostringer. We had in the kinetic we had Ostringer, one of the best guns in the game. Even when 150s were the kings, Ostringer still was taking them at bait. It was still a really good hand cannon. In energy slot, we had the Kindled Orchid. We never had his time to shine because 150s were very strong, but Kindled Orchid was a beast. It was, to this day, there isn't a gun that's as good as Kindled Orchid. So when we see Palindrome, it's like, oh yeah, now we can grind for Palindrome, but there was plenty of good 140s in the past, and that tells you that it seems like Bungie doesn't know where they're going. They don't know where they're going, they don't know what they're doing, and they are artificially making you play the game because they know we're addicted to the game. They know we're addicted to the game. They know that no matter what the fuck they're doing, people would keep playing it. But and the fact that there was not much talk around PvP, right? There was lies. The only talk we had about PvP was lies. Trials not coming half-baked, Luke Smith promising a renewed focus on PvP. Those were lies. Those were straight up lies. And we had like no word for like a year. Like nothing came out. No one was talking about it. But the reason why is because there was no PvP team. There was no PvP team. In the meantime, Bungie is doubling their studio and buying a new studio in Holland, in Netherlands. But there is no PvP team. There is no money for PvP. Fuck you guys. Like for real. This is a big fuck you to people who play your game, who buy the expansion for the PvP, and you tell them nothing and you lie to them, and it's like, I'm done to this point. I know we have a new season coming out. I know we're going to have, when the new season comes out, we're gonna have a big workshop, explanation about what's coming up with the Witch Queen. But that's the problem. It's like, we're always waiting. We're always waiting for some, oh yeah, maybe next season is going to be nice. Maybe next expansion is going to be good. Maybe Trials is coming, there's going to be... It's like, no, we just keep hoping for something that is not going to come. Like, and the tweet with Joe Blackburn was the nail in the coffin for me. Am I gonna quit Destiny? No, I'm still gonna play here and there. But I'm not going to be super hardcore and trying to be the best player I can be. And trying out new guns, because it doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter. There's always going to be a broken gun. Remember One Eye Mask? It was broken for 2 years. Remember Mountaintop? Remember now we have Chaos Reach. Like, it's so unpleasant to... Like, when have you died to a Chaos Reach or to a Shadow Dive nade, right? Or to a Dune Marcher chain, double chain, and being like, oh yeah, good play, man. Like, that was good. That was, yeah, GG to you. It's like, never, because it's not fun when there's no counter argument. It's like if you fight someone and you have your high tank, it's like if you fight someone in the street, right? But your hands are tied behind your back and you just get, you kick shit out of you. That's exactly how it feels when you die to some bullshit that you have no answer to. Because there's no way you're gonna dodge a Chaos Reach that hits you behind rocks. And sorry, I'm a bit rambling, but my main point was, what was my main point? Where was I going with this? Is that, yeah, we're always waiting. Oh yeah, they're gonna patch this, they're gonna patch that, but every time they patch something, some bullshit comes out. They use sunsetting as an answer for balancing, right? They don't have time to balance all the guns, and they know that if we already have the best guns from Forsaken had the best guns in every category, right? Best 140s, Dire Promise, best 120s, we had a bunch of really good 120s. Best Pulse, we had Redrix. Best, I don't know, shotgun, we had like Astral. No, that wasn't from Forsaken, but we could argue like there was some really good weapon between Forsaken and Shadowkeep, right? But they don't have time to balance all the guns, and they're like, okay, we're gonna clean everything to rebuild a new foundation. But we still have some bullshit. They sunset Mountaintop, and behind that they buff grenade launchers. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, I'm a bit upset, but that needs to come out, right? And I'm getting to this point where, so coming back to the tweet of Joe Blackburn, so for those who didn't read it, so that's what we get. That's what the PvP people get. We get a fucking tweet. PvE gets TWAB, raids, a lot of stuff, good communications. What do we get? PvP? A fucking tweet. A fucking tweet. Yes, it was a long tweet, but that's what we get. It's not even in the official website. It's just a tweet like that. Like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna do some stuff for PvP. It's like, fuck you guys. It's always the same. And if you guys want to keep on waiting that maybe one day things are gonna get better, be my guest. But things are not gonna get better. Or if they do, it's going to be in 2 years. Because that's what Joe Blackburn said. He said, oh yeah, we are rebuilding a team, which means that they didn't have a team before for PvP. We are going to bring a new map in 7 months. That's not a new map, that's a map from stuff you bought from Forsaken or Shadowkeep. That's what we get, a new map that's actually an old map, and then we're gonna get, and then I think he said like, in season 16 we're bringing a new map. In 17 we're bringing a completely new map. It's like, what? So that's like a year from now or 2 years from now we're gonna have one new map. That's the PvP focus, and it was a switch for me. And it's like, what am I doing? Why do I even bother playing this game? I'm trying hard, you know. I like to use off-meta weapon, you know. I like to use like guns that you don't see all the time. I have to come up with funny builds. But it's like, it's always the same. All the effort are straight up destroyed by the most broken shit. It was One-Eyed Mask in the past. Then it was Luna's, and it was Mounted Up Recluse. Then it was Revoker and some bullshit. Then it was Arbalest. Then it became Stasis Overhaul. And now it's like Chaos Reach plus Shadow Die plus some bullshit with the Dune Marcher chains. It's just I'm getting to the point of no return, to be honest. And the fact that when someone lies to me, this is over. It's like, if you lie to me, I'm done. You don't have my trust anymore. You don't have my love. You don't have anything. And that's what Bungie has been doing. They've been straight up lying to us. When they tell you Trials is not gonna come half-baked, the guy is making the fucking video. He tells you right in your fucking face, yeah, Trials, we work hard on it. It's going to be dope. And then Trials comes out. A lot of cheaters, no adept weapon, game mode boring as fuck, loot uninteresting, no entry for casuals, so the playlist is, and the game mode itself is like, oh, win 7 times without losing. So of course, if you want to win 7 times, you need to play like you want to win. But the game, when you play like you want to win, is not fun, because the game is not balanced. The game is not balanced. It will never be. And that's how Bungie wants to keep it. And after this time, I don't believe they're gonna come up with a real balance. And I know that many of you guys that are content creators that make money out of the game, you want to believe, right? You want to have some hope. You want to hype people. But it doesn't work anymore, man. And deep down, you know that all what I'm saying here is true. And hoping that maybe someday things are gonna get better. They're not gonna get better, man. Things are not gonna get better. Destiny is always going to be this shit show of broken one-shot abilities. And that's it. And I started to play Final Fantasy. I talked about it in my previous video. I think the game is a bit too easy, to be honest with you guys. I think it can be very boring. It's also refreshing to play like a new thing. But the thing that their communication is honest. They're not lying to you. They're saying, yeah, our game is for casual, you know. We have a couple of hard challenge if you want to try them, but if you don't want to play anymore, it's okay. You can cancel the subscription and you can come back for the next expansion or play another game, you know. And it's so refreshing, rather than these fucking liars at Bungie that are lying to you. But yeah, that's pretty much where I wanted to go with this video. I'm not gonna keep you guys longer. So my plans for the future are to still play. I'll still try. I'm gonna give a feedback on the Witch Queen breakdown that's gonna come out next week. I will also keep playing the new season. I will try the new season, see what's up, and I'm sure we're gonna have a couple of new guns that are gonna be not as good as Chaperone, and Ace of Spades. I might be wrong, we'll see. And I'm hoping for a good precision energy SMG. That's what I want. That's the only thing I want. I'll still be playing a bit of Final Fantasy, although my Trials subscription is getting to an end, and I'm not sure it's worth to buy the subscription for what you get. But I think I'm getting to this point in video games where well, I'll make another video talking about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
怖かったよねほっとして座